Hey guys, I was just talking to a friend of mine about the consequences of being the kind of person that, if let's say you're the kind of person that you can control your emotions, you let it get to you in your relationships or at work or when you're in school, with friends or your wife or your girlfriend or whatever. Not being able to be in control of yourself, pretty much. When you say I really don't control my emotions, that pretty much means that you're giving your power. You are giving other people or situations or the external world or environment, events. You're giving everything that is around you, inside and outside your world, to control the way you think and the way you are going to perceive things, the way you're going to relate to other people, the way you're going to control your relationships, the way you're going to react to situations. um I used to teach a few years ago. I used to teach a gentleman that was 79 years old, very unstable mind, I would say. It was not easy for me to understand how can someone, of that age, can have so little balance of their emotions, of the things that the way they think, of their reactions, of their actions and everything. It was very difficult because he will have a problem letting me. He asked for tennis lessons, and he will have a problem letting me help him when we had to change technically something wrong. Let's say there was something wrong with his forehand. So he wanted to improve and say, I need you to help me with the forehand. I need more, let's say I need more power on it. Okay, so we need to work on this thing. We need to change the grip, the way you're holding the racket, and we need to change your swing a little bit, need to do this or not to do that. But because he was not used, because he had no really control of his emotions, he had no good reactions to change. He didn't have very good reaction to all of a sudden thinking things are not going to be the same. um, in his case, they say, I am used to hit my forehand this way for many, many, many years. I want to improve, but I don't want to change anything, and that's difficult. That happens in life too. Many times we want to change something, but we don't want to. We want to improve something, but we don't want to change it. We want to improve that thing without any changes, and that's, simply put, that's impossible. That it's just impossible to do it. So 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 one of the things that you need to know is that when you don't have control of your emotions, it's going to affect the way you think, the way you perceive things, the way you process things. It's going to affect the way you move, because it affects your confidence. It affects the way you move, the way you talk, the way you approach people. It's going to affect you also. This person had problems, processing the fact that he needed to change something on his game, and that and it affects you not only in relationships, but it can affect you, like if you're trying to process something that you need to change in sports. It can affect you in school. It can affect you it's just like in anything that you do in your life. Not being able, and I'm not saying that you have to be in 100% of control of your emotions. That is almost impossible to happen. I've seen even the best athletes in the world, every now and then they lose it. Why? Because it's difficult. It's a process that it never ends. But the idea is that we want to try to have as much control as possible of the things, of the things that we're thinking, and that's going to affect directly the way we're acting and the way we do things. So I just wanted to let you know, this thing is so important that it's not going to only affect relationships. It's going to affect work, school, and the way you relate pretty much to everything in your life. It can affect it. Just it's kind of a block. It's like a mental block that is just gonna make everything much more difficult. Everything much more difficult to relate to process, and to transcend. All the goals will seem much bigger. Like the challenges will look bigger, and any situation you will take it personal, and any little thing that happens with anybody, you're gonna take it personal, and you're gonna think that they're attacking you. It's just so many things at once. So I really suggest, that's one of the things that I always talk to the people that I coach. If you want to have, if you're let's say that you're an athlete, if you're a tennis player, you play 1 point every 30 seconds. So you might win and lose the points. So you're gonna have plenty of points that you're gonna win, and plenty of points that you're gonna lose in 1 hour if you're playing, or even in just 30 minutes, or even in 10 minutes. So you have to learn to quickly get rid of that feeling of failure when you lose a point. You have to be ready in 30 seconds. You have to be ready for the next one, and you also have to be ready, over celebrating the fact that you won a point. In 30 seconds, you win, whether you won or lost the last point. You have to be ready for the next one. So that's the way I think that we should see it in life. We have to always try to be ready for the next situation, and always and that's how you get to it with a more balanced mind, and that's one of the things that help. Of course, there are many things that help. There are breathing techniques that help you, but one of the things that, if you want to start working on it, and you don't know what to do, start doing meditation. Meditation is exactly the opposite of not having control of your emotions. If you're settling down and calming you down, not letting those things get to you. All right. Okay, guys. Well, I hope you like it. Give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.